Hi, welcome to my channel and welcome to a really special close-up review. This is going to be of the Illuminated Two BBD, the black borders deck without titles. It's hand painted by Carol Herzer. I'm going to put all the information in the description box below, but when I say this is a really special deck, it says a lot. I mean, you can tell from my channel I have hundreds of close-up reviews of various tarot decks and oracle decks spanning decades. I've even created my own tarot cards and oracle cards that I'm starting to share with others and created an Etsy store. And it's been a struggle almost personally to share creatively and spiritually, and I've shared that on my channel and with my about my decks and this channel itself, because it's difficult to do that with things that are really closely deep part of you, and to feel free enough to share that. And I'm sharing it again when I show you this deck, because this is the added specialness to this deck. So that's the backstory that is included with why this deck is so special. But Carol Herzer has a very extensive following. She's been painting since she's 9. All this is in the description box below. She hand paints these decks, Rider-Waite-Smith decks, where she uses iridescent, fluorescent paints and glitter. No deck is exactly the same. These are her authentic, genuine, real creations. She's a visionary. If you take a look at her website, which I'll put again in the description box, it's www.soul-guidance.com. What a unique website, and it shows all her artworks and everything else. I mean, she has extensive work. This is just a piece of what she does, is with the tarot cards and oracle cards, that has a unique following. I will have to say, for all of you out there that's interested in her deck, she did mention she's slowing down. She's getting up there in age. I never reveal people's age. I don't even like to reveal my own age. I sound much younger than I really am. I've been, involved with this for decades. But she's been painting since she's 9. She's not even trying to grow her business at this time. She's actually tapering down and focusing more on painting. So I will add in this video, if you're interested in her decks and hemming and hawing, you might want to act on that now before they start slowing down and she's not doing them. So on her website, you have choices of several sizes and different decks. She also does really unique decks. So I will add that this deck that you're about to see and walk with me with, not only can you get the Illuminated Two BBD, which is the black border with the no titles, which is what she doesn't even know. I was originally pulled to get the Illuminated Two BBD, which everybody can get right now. And it comes in various sizes. I emailed her. You have to email her through her website. I was hemming and hawing on which size. I had seen on her website a glitter version, but it wasn't available, and she doesn't even know this. I was searching through her website for this glitter version, and it wasn't available. So I was like, okay, I'll settle, quote unquote settle, because you're not really settling, for the regular Illuminated Two BBD with the no titles, black borders. That's what I was interested in. So hemming and hawing on the size, I finally decided I'll get the medium. And I emailed her, and she got back to me right away, which I was really surprised. And she said, unfortunately, that size is not available, only in like other sizes. But at the very moment I was emailing her, she was working on a large version of this deck with iridescent paints, fluorescent paints, and glitter. Would I be interested? I said, oh my God. This is so personally made to me. I'm all about the glitter. I'm all about jewels. I'm not even going to go into detail about that, because I will ramble way too much. But would I be interested? She was describing this deck. She emailed me the description. It sounded personally made to me, all the stuff that she was adding. And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to afford this. Oh my God. She said that I emailed her right when she was in between the stages of when she was about to do something else to the deck. And I caught her right now. She could give it to me without adding extra heavy glitter, just the regular glitter. Could I do it? I screamed absolutely yes. I knew in the interim this deck was for me. I can't explain it. She was already in the works of creating this deck that was specially made for me. I just knew this on a soul level. Not only that, why I'm telling you this is a backstory of me personally about the creativeness of myself and the personal spiritual journey of myself for decades. keeping it to myself and just starting to share it, and working through that, being more free and sharing that side of myself, I knew that this deck was infused with permission to do that. And I'll show you why, but I wanted you to know this as we look at the deck. So this deck, you can right now go and get the Illuminated Two Black Border deck right now. What you're about to see has added glitter and fluorescent paints on it, because she was in the midst of specially making this. This is a special deck, and of all my hundreds of decks, including my own that I've created, this will hold a special place in my heart forever, and it means more than just Carol herself. It was an amazing, amazing deck. So again, the top card that you will get in all your decks is a signed card of the Fool card. See the shimmer of this? And it will have her signature on the bottom. She'll have that on all her decks that she gives to you. Carol Herzer 2019. She'll give you this pouch to hold your decks. Before I reveal what happened, I asked for temperance or sun or whatever, but you know what came on my deck, on my pouch that the cards are in? The Hermit, which this symbolizes me on a very deep, truthful level anyway. If you have to cut through it, maybe I wanted the sun and the temperance card, but the Hermit is me. You know, I could go on forever, so I won't, but this is very deep that I actually got not the card I asked for, but the Hermit card, because I won't even go into detail about that. This comes in a beautiful pouch. Everyone will get a unique pouch. So mine happens to be this black sparkle pouch, which couldn't be more me, and it's beautifully lined with silver, which couldn't be more me. With my silver, everything silver and sparkly, that's what I'm about. I can't even believe how this pouch is. It was almost like this deck, I don't know, it's very special, whatever she taps into. This deck was just specially made for me in every single facet, and I won't bore you with that, but it on every color, shape, everything, it was unique to me. Okay, so each deck, I will show you in comparison to the Rider-Waite the size of these cards. This is a large, so if you get a large deck, and if you see, it's beautifully illuminated. This is all fluorescent paints that she does, hand paints them. There's added little sparkle in here, which if you get the regular version, you won't have the sparkles, but this is like, I'm also a huge lover of stained glass. It reminds me of stained glass, but more than that, I will say, if you feel energy, what she's captured with the painting of the light is what you feel, is the energy of the card reflected in light. That's what she's achieved with this card. When you go through life feeling energy, you literally, like, this is what the energy of the card feels like, and she illustrates it with the light. That's what I personally feel. The size of the deck compared to a radiant deck, radiant cardstock for the large, if you could see, it would be a little bigger. That's the large. As far as cardstock, this is flexible. This is flexible. There's a little more flexibility with these cards, but in pushing this like this way, the queen, you can flex them, but it's definitely a card. It's heavily laminated, so beautiful job on these cards. And look, I mean, just the difference, if you could see how it brings it to life in a way that you've only dreamed of. I mean, each card is a piece of artwork. And so that also lends me to, you know, the price point when you think of this as 78 individual pieces of art. You know, you put your money to what you value. And to me, there was no hesitation. These are works of art. You know, so you work it out, what you feel comfortable with, and how you value. Oh, also, when you stack it, look at how the stack, I'll get to each individual card, but I just want to show you, compared to a deck of Radiant, it even stacks up higher. If you could see the actual cards, they're very heavily laminated, so they're very sturdy. If you could see the Radiant, if I push it together, this comes a little higher because they're heavily laminated. All right, let's get to the cards. I chose, again, these are illuminated. You'll often see videos of just the illuminated tarot from Carol Herzer, which is white, and it will say the Fool. So if you need to see what the card is in the number, she does have the illuminated with the white borders, and it will describe and number the cards, but I didn't want that. But look at the colors in here. And this reminds me of stained glass. I mean, this is just everything you could dream of him in a deck. If you love the Rider-Waite-Smith and bringing it to new life in the colors, I mean, it's just exquisite. It's absolutely exquisite, and some of it is so beautiful you can almost tear up. Not to be corny, but literally I was tearing up when looking at these cards, and they're so special to me. Look at this magician, the light, and the light of it. Look at the light, and look at the light behind. It's bringing it to life in a way that it's just truly, truly amazing and remarkable. Oh, and I must say the backs of the cards on these were this black and sparkly. These are hand-painted sparkles, if you can see. Look at that. Just amazing. Just beautiful. I mean, when I say these are special, look, if you could see the little sparkle in the background where the pomegranates are. This is just an amazing. Look at this, how illuminated, truly illuminated this is. And see the sparkle in the trees? I feel so special in getting this. I also, well, when I was emailing Carol, I might have been babbling too much, and because I was saying this is just, even beyond her, I knew this was spiritually, a spiritual gift for me in a sense. I mean, it went even beyond her. I just knew that, look at this. This deck is also infused, but look at this green. I've never loved the Hierophant card as much. It's so green and beautiful. I was really pulled to this deck, this card, even on the website, more than I ever have been before. I never really gravitated to this card, but I love the green in this card. Look at this, the Lovers. You'll get to some of these, see the sparkle and the colors is just amazing to me. I could look at this card for hours. I think it's just exquisite. I think what she's done, look at the sun and the light. The light that's in these cards are just amazing. And you can see like the faint sparkle. It's just exquisite. It's exquisite. It's absolutely, I mean, can I say exquisite anymore? The Hermit. Look at the light in this deck. And the colors are just, look at the wheel. I mean, even the little sparkle in the wings here. Look at this light coming. And this is what I mean by, like, the light is being used to almost reflect the energy as well, is what I was immediately feeling from this deck. In fact, I feel enormous energy from this deck. I also feel, and I'll put it in the description box, I know this sounds very weird to say, but this deck is also infused with permission almost to be creative yourself. That's what I was feeling from this deck, and I think that was the stamp that I think why I was led to this deck, especially right now, because it's been a personal struggle for me. You create with the deepest, realest part of you, and look at this energy. And that's what she reveals in these decks. It's just authentic creations here, and it's almost permission for you to do the same and just focus on that. Like, just be you and create and go with that. There's a freeness in these decks, a creative freedom in these decks. If you feel energy, you'll get exactly what I'm trying to vocalize, which is beyond just painting a tarot deck. It's infused with that kind of backing, I want to say, backing of permission to be freely creative. And look at this, that sparkles of light. I mean, literally, you could just sit with one of these cards. That's what I'm saying. If you're thinking about pricing, oh, it's a little more expensive, or blah, blah, blah. It's, each card is a piece of artwork. If you love the tarot, you will appreciate each and every card and what each work of art is bringing to you, honestly. Look at the light, the illumination here. The slight glitter she added to these cards. The colors. The energy of the card reflected in the light choices. It's truly one of a kind. She's a one of a kind artist, and these decks are one of a kind. And so that's why this is so truly special, and I know it's truly special. Look at the green. I've never enjoyed the death card. I've never thought the death card was so pretty with the greens in the back. And it's just gorgeous, and you still have the sun back here. It's just exquisite. Look at this. with the wings, with the little sparkle and the illumination and the sun and the blues and the greens. I mean, it's just, look at the devil. The devil's even pretty. The purples and the tower and the sparkles. The star card. So again, I mean, if you got the Illuminated Two BBD with the no titles black borders, you just won't have, this is a special deck, so you won't have the glitter, but you'll have very similar images. And there's something about getting a tarot deck that it's truly one of a kind. Even if you got the one that she has mainly without the extra added, it's still one of a kind. She's hand doing this. She's hand laminating these. She's hand cutting them. She's hand painting them. She's hand, you know, this is, look at the green and the sparkle. It's truly special. You know, so if you're a tarot collector or you have a special connection to tarot, this is just like such a gift. Look at the sun. I mean, geez. It's so vibrant. It's just gorgeous. I'll go a little quicker, but look at the world card and the sparkly green around her. Is that breathtaking? And the light coming in through here. I mean, it's just bringing it to a whole new level, and each card is a piece of art. That's how I look at it. I will treasure this for the rest of my life. It's just, you see the light around it. This is what I mean, like that, even that this is red, the choice that this is red, like coming in, this new passion. It's, you're feeling the card in different ways than you would normally because of the energetic way that she used light. Like the streams of light represent the energy to me. And if you feel energy, you'll get what I'm saying when I'm saying that. It's like the energy of that card is represented in the light. I just appreciate these cards on such different levels. It's like taking it to a new level. Look at the shimmer in the water and the green, I mean, and the colors. It's just exquisite to me. Absolutely exquisite. You know, look at the little, where she chose to put the glitter. It's just beautiful. So these will come in different orders where the court cards are in different order, but I put it in order for the video. For the sake of the video, I did put them in order so you could see. Here's the page. Look at this light and this like glitter on this deck, but such vibrancy. Look at this Queen of Wands. You know, this deck I will treasure for the rest of my life. And like I said, it's, look at this Ace of Pentacles and the glitter here. I mean, she's truly amazing, and the colors. It's just, you could seriously look at each card for quite a while and just lose yourself. But this is truly, she's truly one of a kind, and these decks are truly one of a kind. And if you love tarot, you will definitely appreciate this. If you feel energy, you will definitely appreciate it. If you love light in your decks, you will appreciate it. If you appreciate the creations of people and their interpretations of things, you'll appreciate this. If you're creative yourself, honestly, this deck is infused with an extra energy that almost gives you permission to create yourself. Meaning, like, be free with that and create from the deepest and realest parts of yourself, and just lose yourself in that. And that's what this also was encouraging me to stay focused upon too. And that's why I shared with you. It's been a struggle with me with this channel and my own decks, is to just focus on creating and then just sharing your creations. Don't think anything else. You know, just feel completely free to express yourself, completely free to express the deepest, truest parts of yourself, and that's it. That's it, you know, nothing more, you know. And I was trying to eloquently express that to Carol too, and I thanked her for the deck, and I think I rambled way too much because I was just so moved by this deck, and beyond her talent and her creation, what it meant to me on a very deep level, and to get it at that moment of time. So the synchronicity of me happening to email her, and I've known of her for years, just at that moment emailing her, and she had just started working on this, finishing this deck that I knew was for me. And it came in a time in my life when I badly needed it. You know, I kind of work in a hole, which is very fitting that she, going back to this, that she put the Hermit card on here, because I am on my own. You know, some people are surrounded by very supportive people or positive feedback all the time, or people pumping them up, but I pretty much work in a hole. You know, a lot of people I know, my family and friends, are not into spirituality at all. So I went through my whole life very much alone on my journey. It was very private, and it was very secret to me, and very the truest thing to me. Look, I love this, and I love that this almost looks like a heart. And so when you're very alone on that journey, and you're almost consistently always your own supporter and cheerleader, it's very hard to, I don't know, freely create and freely express yourself, because you didn't have a captive audience. You didn't have the cheerleaders around you telling you yes, yes. You know, you kind of, I don't know, hard to put into words, but this deck gives me permission. And so I think for creative people out there, it will give you permission too, because it's definitely infused with that energy. And this deck is absolutely gorgeous. So if you appreciate the tarot and what it's done for your life and your connection to spirit through your tarot decks, this brings it to a whole new level. And see how the lights are like the energy? I feel like the sword, like this, look at the energy of this light. It's the energy of the swords. It's the energy of it. And it's what you feel in life, but you can't ever eloquently express with words or even explain it. And here it is visually. That's what's just extraordinary. It's just extraordinary on levels that you can only feel. You can't really explain. Look at how exquisite even this card is, you know? It's almost feels, it's just, look at this. And I love every time she put greens. There's like hints of greens in here. Just exquisite. And you see the sparkles. It's just, I love this card. It's just beautiful. And there's something very stained glass-like about it. My favorite place to go in my entire life, I live in the city, so I always go to the Met, and there's one area where all the stained glass is. And I have sat there for hours, there's one section where all the stained glass is, and this is what it reminds me of, and like just losing yourself and finding yourself with the stained glass. Look at this. The energy, see, it's like the energy of the fire dissipating of this event, and I just pick up different things because of the lights, because of the light and the energy. It's just beautiful, and the sparkles, the choices she made with the light and the sparkles brings it to real life here. Look at this with the swords, sparkly, the Nightmare card, just really pretty. It's just gorgeous. The page. The Knight. Really gorgeous. Look how stunning. And I love the little sparkles even in the trees. You know, there are these details in here I notice. The sparkle on the knife. I mean, it's just, can't say enough. And some of it, it's so pretty, it moves you. The beauty of it, oh, it really tears you up almost. If you feel energy, you'll be moved to tears with this. There's just the beauty of it. See the sparkle in the water, and the sparkle in the streams here and down here, and the light. I mean, it could bring you to tears. It's so beautiful. One of those kind of things. I love this card. Look at this. I love this card too, and look at the shimmer. It's so amazing. Even this card. Look at the sparkle in the trees and the grass. Even this card, and I feel like this is like, so I just love that, this light over here on this card, and this coming up. Look at the brilliancy of the light coming on this card. in all the colors. I always was drawn, even on the website, see the moon face? It's like this greenish, see this very, I love that. I was drawn to that even on the website. It's just absolutely, look at this little spark, look at this. Ugh. The page, the knight, look at this queen, and the sparkle, and the king. So, oh my gosh, and again, the backs of these particular cards are this, but if you want to get it, this was the extra with the fluorescent lighting and glitter added, which she just happened to be making when I emailed her. But you can get this Illuminated Tarot BBD. It just won't have the extra glitter or fluorescent lighting, but it will still have extreme light and basically what you see here, just without the added glitter. And it will all come signed. You can get it in various sizes. If you do need the titles and the numbers, you can get the regular Illuminated Tarot, which is white borders with the number and the name of the card right on there. So if you want that, you have that as well. But I adore this version. I can't even put into words how I'm so happy to have this special one-of-a-kind deck from her. It means so much, more than she could possibly know as a person, and I feel like I needed this. It was like a spiritual gift to me that I will treasure my whole life, and I just, I'm so grateful. And this is really, truly special. So again, this will come like this. You can go to our website, www.soul-guidance.com. I'll put it in the description box below. Tons of variety of decks there. Very special, one of a kind, no matter what you get. They're all hand painted by her with a technique that she alone does. She's been doing this for her entire life. And she has other artwork as well. These will all come in a pouch that she makes as well, fully lined, and she'll put a special card right on the pouch for you. And I can't say enough, this is truly a very special deck. And this has been my close-up review, and take care. Bye-bye.